voice of our Divine Mother. Our Divine Mother says, the Divine knows better than we do what is good for the progress of the world and for ourselves. With always our love and blessing, says our Divine Mother. Sri Aurobindo's Savitri. Book 3, the Book of the Divine Mother. Canto 2, the Adoration of the Divine Mother. Page 351. A stillness, absolute, incommunicable, meets the sheer self-discovery of the soul. A wall of stillness shuts it from the world. A gulf of stillness swallows up the sense and makes unreal all that mind has known, all that the laboring senses still would weave, prolonging an imaged unreality. Self's vast spiritual silence occupies space. Only the inconceivable is left, only the nameless without space and time. Abolished is the burdening need of life. Thought falls from us, we cease from joy and grief. The ego is dead, we are free from being and care. We have done with birth and death and work and fate. O soul, it is too early to rejoice. Thou hast reached the boundless silence of the self. Thou hast leaped into a glad divine abyss. But where hast thou thrown self's mission and self's power? On what dead bank on the eternal's road? One was within thee, who was self and world. What hast thou done for his purpose in the stars? Escape brings not the victory and the crown. Something thou camest to do from the unknown. But nothing is finished and the world goes on. Because only half God's cosmic work is done. Darshan Day Messages, 21st Feb 1913. Sincerity, says our Divine Mother. Sincerity means to lift all the moments of the being to the level of the highest consciousness and realization already attained. Sincerity exacts the unification and harmonization of the whole being in all its parts and moments around the central divine will.
Tu domineras toute la terre de ton amour souverain, et les consciences seront illuminées de ta sérénité. Telle est la promesse. Thou wilt reign over all the earth with thy sovereign love, and the consciousness of men will be full of the light of thy serenity. This is the promise.
Words of our Divine Mother, taken from the collective works of our Divine Mother, Volume 3, topic about peace. This was given by our Divine Mother on 24th April 1955, page 59. Our Divine Mother says it is only by the growth and establishment of the consciousness of human unity that a true and lasting peace can be achieved upon earth. All means leading towards this goal are welcome, although the external ones have a very limited effect. However, the most important, urgent, and indispensable of all is a transformation of the human consciousness itself, an enlightenment of and conversion in its working. Meanwhile, some exterior steps may be taken usefully, and the acceptance of the principle of double nationality is one of them. The main objection to it has been the awkward position in which those who have adopted a double nationality would be in case the two countries were at war. But all those who sincerely want peace must understand that to think of war, to speak of war, to foresee war is to open the door to it. On the contrary, the larger number of people who have a vital interest in the abolition of war, the most effective the chances towards a stable peace until the advent of a new consciousness in man makes of war an impossibility. Question, sweet mother, what is the way of making the consciousness of human unity grow in man? For this, our Divine Mother says, spiritual education, that is to say, an education which gives more importance to the growth of the spirit than to any religion or teaching or to the material so-called knowledge. Question. Question, sweet mother, what is a change of consciousness? Our Divine Mother says, a change of consciousness is equivalent to a new birth, a birth into a higher sphere of existence. Question, how can a change of consciousness change the life upon earth? Our Divine Mother says, a change in the human consciousness will make possible the manifestation upon earth of a higher force, a purer light, a more total truth. Our Divine Mother says, nothing but a radical change of consciousness can save humanity from the terrible plight into which it is plunged. And the so-called practical means are the childishness by which men blind themselves so as not to see the true need and the sole remedy. Question, sweet mother, what is the right way of achieving lasting world unity? To realize the consciousness of the One, says our Divine Mother. Next subtopic, the world today. Our Divine Mother says we are at one of the hours of God, as Sri Aurobindo puts it, and the transforming evolution of the world has taken a hastened and intensified moment. It is true that we are passing through a difficult period. We means the world, but those who remain steady will get out of much stronger than before. We are definitely not living at a time when men have been left to their own means. The Divine has sent down His consciousness to enlighten them. All who are able to do so should profit by this. Truth will conquer in spite of the turmoil. Even within the confusion, there is the seed of the divine order. Question, inwardly things seem to be improving. Outwardly, a sort of disintegration seems to be at the door. Where do we stand, sweet mother? Our Divine Mother says, in front of a beautiful realization. Every day, says our Divine Mother, things seem to become worse. In truth, we feel more and more disgusted with the old rotting world and are more and more convinced of the necessity of founding somewhere out of the well-trodden tracks a new center of life in which a new and truer light can be manifested, a new world no more based on selfish competitions and egoistic strife, but on general and eager endeavors to promote the welfare, knowledge, and progress of all, a society based on spiritual aspiration instead of lust for money and material power. What I see, says our Divine Mother, what I see is the world of tomorrow, but the world of yesterday is still alive and will still live for some time. Let the old arrangements go on so long as they are alive. Upon earth, the changes are slow to come. Do not worry and keep hope for the future. Let us wait and see. The result is sure, but the way and the time are uncertain, says our Divine Mother. Our Divine Mother says, in spite of the night, the spiritual light is there. Light must illumine the consciousness, and the shadows of ignorance must be dissolved in all. Open your heart, and the light will enter and dwell within it. Life is a journey in the darkness of the night. Wake up to the inner light. All veils must be dissolved, and the light must shine fully in the hearts of all. Every obstacle must disappear, in every part of the being. The darkness of the ignorance must be replaced by the divine's knowledge. Our Divine Mother says the light is everywhere, the force is everywhere. Our Divine Mother says the light is everywhere, the force is everywhere, and the world is so small. A new light is dawning on the world. Wake up and unite to receive it and welcome it. Some men in their blindness, when they seek knowledge, forsake the light where they are, only to enter into what is for them a new darkness. In their blindness, men leave the light and go to the darkness to obtain knowledge, says our Divine Mother. Past, present, future. Our Divine Mother says, use the past as a springboard to leap towards the future. Often we cling to that which was, afraid of losing the result of a previous experience, of giving up a vast and high consciousness and falling again into an inferior state. But we must always look forward and advance. The very memory of the past experience has sometimes to be swept away. The very memory of the past experience has sometimes to be swept away from the thoughts that it may not impede the work of perpetual reconstruction, which alone in this world of relativities permit the perfect manifestation of the divine. Be aware of the charm of memories. What past experiences leave behind is the effect they have had on the growth of the consciousness. But when you try to relieve a memory by putting yourself in similar circumstances, you soon realize that they are empty of their power and charm, for they lost their usefulness for progress. Lasting remembrance, the remembrance of that which has helped the being to progress. Sentimental remembrance, only those circumstances which helped us in our seeking for the divine must be the object of this remembrance. Our Divine Mother says, at certain periods, the whole terrestrial life seems to pass miraculously through stages which at other times it would take thousands of years to traverse. At every moment, one must know how to lose everything in order to gain everything, to shed the past as a dead body and be reborn into a greater plenitude. For each person, everything depends on knowing whether one belongs to the past that perpetuates itself, to the present that is exhausting itself, or to the future that longs to be born. Our Divine Mother says to do integral yoga, one must be concentrating on one of the most important things to be achieved, and that is to get rid of all attachment to the past. Let the past be past. Concentrate only on the progress you want to make and make the surrender to the divine you have to achieve. Unless we break the habits and beliefs of the past, there is little hope of advancing rapidly towards the future. To forget the past, to lose habits of thinking, is indeed a difficult thing and generally requires a strong tapasya. But if you have the faith in the divine's grace and you implore it full-heartedly, you will succeed more easily. Let the waves of the past flow far from you, carrying away with them all attachments, all weaknesses. The luminous joy of the divine consciousness is waiting, ready to take their place. Question, sweet mother, will not past action come in the way of sadhana? Our Divine Mother says, complete consecration to the Divine, complete consecration to the Divine wipes out what one has been in the past. Our Divine Mother says, my dear child, your prayer has been heard, your past has disappeared. Prepare to grow in consciousness, in light, in peace. Let the past be past. Concentrate only on the eternal. When one lives in contact with the universal harmony, time passes without leaving any trace. Our love and blessings are always with you, says our Divine Mother.